Everybody, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I will be giving my review for The Love Club: Sydney's Journey. This is one that I almost didn't watch, but I decided to watch it because, well, I'm trying to do my best to watch them all, even if I have little to no interest. Um, but I was very tempted not to because I did not love the first one. I do not remember the name of it, but um, decided to sit through this just to see. I already kind of knew going into it wasn't amazing. Um, so, which I didn't expect for it to be. Um, this stars Jesse Hutch, and I don't want to butcher the female lead's name, so I'm not going to say it. So basically, this one, our main girl, she is uh, just got broken up with by her boyfriend, and she goes to call. Some time passes, and she decides to call upon the Love Club to help her get over him. All of this kind of takes place the same night as the first movie starts. It all starts on the same night. Each, from what I've been told, the next two do as well. Which to me was kind of stupid. I wouldn't have done that. I would have made them their own separate timelines and not have them all connect to that one night. But that's just me. Um, but she gets broken up with, so she calls. Some time passes. She calls the Love Club to come and help her get over him. And really, in my opinion, the Love Club, if you want to call them her friends, aren't really needed that much. Um, the biggest thing they do, in my opinion, is set up her to meet Jesse Hush's character in a way. Um, Outside of that, I mean, she she really uh, doesn't need them, in my opinion. I feel like it's kind of a weak reason for them to be there because they're not there convincing her not to be with him. It's almost like they're helping her spy on him and help her keep track of him mostly. And so I thought their reason for being there was kind of pointless. It didn't need to be there, but they have to have all the Love Club there, so you gotta throw in a reason, even if it doesn't make sense. They don't go follow through with what they're supposed to be doing. Um, the trainer, they set her up with, our main girl up with, to try to distract her from her old boyfriend. Um, he ends up hurting his back. Now I have a lot of back problems myself, and to me, he didn't quite come off as having back issues for most of the movie. After that one uh, hand slap, he was trying the little hand slap he was trying to do with Jesse Hutch's character that had him throw his back out, which I thought was stupid. Um, to me, he didn't really act like his back was hurting that bad where he couldn't help her uh, train for the race that they're training for. Or not really a race, it's just more like it's sort of like a race, but it's for charity. So it really doesn't, to me, those races, it's for charity, so whether you come first or last, it's whatever. But, um, so I had an issue with that. It's just a small personal issue with that situation. Um, and really, they make our main girl very, in my opinion, for me, very unlikable. Um, she has Jesse's character there. You're supposed to be trying to build this chemistry between them to try to set up their relationship at the end. And for me personally, they just did not do that. They focus her character too much on basically pushing him aside for the ex. Even though the ex is this all about himself type of person, into his looks, into his fitness, um, and uh, they also try to add in this uh, ex wife or girlfriend or whatever she was, I guess ex girlfriend character, and I felt like we really didn't need her. I mean, she does come into play later on, but because they use her to basically show that he's still into her to prove something to our main girl, but um, I don't know. Overall, this movie just felt like just a very horrible, sloppy film. Um, I think you could have had a really good storyline where she gets broken up with and she calls upon the Love Club to help her get over him. They actually do help her get over him, or try, or in the process of it, and she starts to fall in love with Jesse Hutch's character, and she um, rediscovers her love for cooking that she would have got from her mom, because they hinted on that, but they never done anything with it really, other than her making like one dish to prove a point. Um, so I feel like you could have had a great story that with that, and instead they did something very stupid. They made the character unlikable. There was very little chemistry between her and Jesse Hutch, in my opinion. Um, and the ending was like felt very rushed, very quick. Um, Jesse Hutch was a bright point. I thought he did very well. I liked seeing the food being cooked. I liked that aspect of it. Um, but overall, this was just a very bottom tier film. Again, with these Love Club movies, I gave this a 1 out of 5. Uh, it's nothing I would watch again. I'm not going to watch the next two because I've heard from my friend that they just are even worse than these first two. So I'm not even attempting them. I'm done with these Love Club movies. I know I want to try watching them all, but these didn't even air. As far as I know, these aren't even. Excuse me. They didn't even air on the main Hallmark channel. They just been kind of throwing them in, and then 3 and 4, I think had premiered on Monday or something like that. So on the main channel. So um, I normally just watch the Saturday ones unless it's Christmas time. So I'll just be skipping those. I'm not going to watch those. There's no point in it because I'm not putting myself through it. I put myself through 2 of them, and they've been very mediocre to terrible films. Um, there's been a lot of potential with both of them. The person that wrote the script had some elements there that could have been done better, could have been used a lot better for both of them. Unfortunately, they just went in a stupid direction, especially for this one. You don't want to make your main female lead or male lead unlikable, um, and unfortunately, that's what they did. Um, they could have even still added in the um, charity race or whatever you want to call it. I guess charity race. They could have still added that in there because it is a good element to the movie as well. And you could have just worked it a different way to where maybe he was doing it and where she was like a former runner. She decided to test herself because of a foot injury that she does have in this one. So you could have worked that in as well if you still wanted that element of the charity run. But they just went about it the very wrong way, and um, yeah, just not one I can recommend. I can't recommend to watch any of the Love Club ones. Um, it's been a down year for Hallmark, but we're hitting June weddings this weekend, and then we'll hit Christmas in July next month. So, hoping we turn the corner and start getting some 3.5 and up star films. Not necessarily because I want more to have to purchase, because I don't want to have to purchase every single one of them, but I would just like to be able to watch them and enjoy them. And right now, there's very few that I've watched and enjoyed. It's been a very chore to get through them. So, but that's everything for this review. So please comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified for our videos, and we will see you all on the next one.